talking about, from the Two Live Crew case going forward, like I said, I don't think there's really anything new under the sun, right? I mean, people find different ways of presenting the same content, the same ideas, so in new original ways of conveying that stuff, but you're still dealing with all the same typical emotions that musicians normally deal with: love, hate, struggle, right. Depression.
But the context is different.
Life, you know what I mean?
I mean, but the context is different. I mean, we could take another genre and take somebody raunchy but enjoyable like Millie Jackson.
Okay.
Right? You know what I mean? But in context of what PL's talking about, right?
Capital on the raunchy for Millie Jackson.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah. But in context of... Capital. But in the context of what PL's talking about, and that being hip-hop. So there's those undertones and then extra on top of it because who's saying it, right? And the imagery associated with who's saying it, right?
Well, so I think those that you've seen historically that have found hip-hop content objectionable, you see Dolores Tucker's, your Oprah's, your black respectability politicians, you know what I mean? What they either aren't aware of, privy to, or wish to acknowledge is that, again, these same themes have always been in music. Cab Calloway is Heidi Ho is a song that you teach children, right?
Right.
That song is about taking a prostitute to Chinatown to go do opium.
It's not really a song you teach children. And it wasn't really a song that we were taught as children. Keep it funky. It was a song that we ran across while we was watching Blues Brothers when we shouldn't have been watching Blues Brothers. And was like, damn, this joint here, and we didn't know what it was talking about. We just, you know what I'm saying? Minnie the Moocher, oh, nigga. Yeah, man, she was getting it in. She's a sex worker. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm 6. I don't know.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so it's not necessarily a song. And Cab Calloway was on Sesame Street because kids love Cab Calloway, man. You can't.
Yeah, okay, but on the other side of that coin, my kid sings damn WAP song, but she don't know what she doesn't. Yeah, she don't know what she sings. She thinks it's some chores in this house.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
That is equally good and bad parenting on your part.
No. In that same respect, thinking about Millie Jackson, I thought my name was actually in Millie Jackson's song because when she would say, "If you don't like Millie Jackson, you can kiss," and I thought my name was what she really sang because that was the edit my parents gave me. So I see the direct influence in changing the connotation to make it.
Right,
because it's present.
Right, so when you talk about kids that young and impressionable, I mean, that can be flipped and spun immediately. Yeah. What you're really talking about is, I mean, and what it's always been the issue has been teenagers, and how do teenagers, adolescents take that media in, take those stories in, and what do they do with them? Do they idolize the wrong shit or not? You know what I mean?
Because who knew Rick James was talking about weed with Mary Jane?
I didn't.
Everybody. No, I did when I was little. I admit that. Nigga, I didn't. When I was little, I still thought he was talking about a woman.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Shit.
Absolutely.
I knew that at a young age, because, I had older cousins that smoked. They don't smoke anymore. A lot of them been transferred to the pulpit, and I ain't mad at them. Yeah. But, back in the day, they had them snap-on calendars,
and they zip-up boots on the side,
and they had reefer hidden in their little lock boxes on the cabinets that wasn't locked. Go rifling through that stuff. So it's all good.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I thought it was.
But honestly, with Mary Jane, was under the impression that Rick James made the song, and then Potheads just adopted the song.
Yeah, that's how I got I was like, oh, okay, that's what. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was his ode to marijuana. At the time.
Yeah, right.
You know,
That speaks to the musical genius that he wrote it in a way that it could be and had the ambiguity, you know, and be
Absolutely.
interpreted as such. So yeah,
But-
that's dope.
But let's keep it funky. It was Rick James. There was no ambiguity.
No, it wasn't.
But if you
So
really
you said it's like Little Red Corvette, huh? That's what you're saying.
hey, but if you really want to get down to the crux of it, it's not the theme. It's not those themes. It's that, especially in the late '80s, early '90s, there was a lot of kids being exposed to black culture and exposed to hood culture at that time in ways that they had never had immediate access to previously.
Well, that's via the commercialization of hip hop.
But also, I think the dynamic of what you're talking about, the times, and that allows the trend to change. Here's a perfect example, and it just hit me, yo. Dr. Dre's album, The Chronic. The name itself, bro, right? Now, nobody sneers or jeers when you say it. It's common knowledge.
Yeah.
You might find it in a 2021 dictionary.
Big moment in hip hop right there.
Big moment, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the normalization of something that was the normalization of criminalization. How about that, bro? There you go.
Yeah.
Some spectacular vernacular.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Awesome
before the
verse.
Chronic, though.
No doubt.
The normalization of criminalization was before.
No doubt. But I mean, but I'm just saying, but that being an example of, you know what I'm saying? Just saying, here's something that was looked at even 20 years ago, 25 years ago, now is looked at as the next booming business, right? And what helped facilitate that? I would say Dr. Dre's The Chronic, Snoop D-O Double Jizzle for Shizzle. You know what I'm saying?
Cypress Hill,
I mean, all that, yeah. all that.
Redman,
Yeah. Hip hop.
hip hop in general. But if there were a Mount Rushmore of pot smoking rappers, it would be Redman, Snoop, Be Real, and I guess you'd have to put Wiz Khalifa on there now.
Devin the Dude.
Nah, it would be Wiz.
You know, I mean,
I don't know about that.
Devin the Dude, man.
That's a different topic.
Don't
That's,
you
you know,
sit there
hey,
talking.
that's a different topic. That's a different topic. We can come back and revisit that. But just in general, we can say though, hip hop has been a major usherer into pop culture things becoming part of normal culture things, right? And I think that being one of directly with the music, and then directly with the visualization, right?
We did that.
Different kind of platform, but you know.
All right. So back to great moments. I think this is a great moment. A lot of people. It was an uncomfortable moment for hip hop in general, and probably just people in society in general. But I think the amount of uncomfortableness around the moment made it that much greater. Let's see, that was November of 1993 in Atlanta, Georgia. After leaving, I'm not sure if it was a video shoot or performance or something, Tupac gets into a shootout with some off-duty police officers.
That's right. Yep.
To this day, over almost 30 years later, is still unsure of what it was that sparked the gunfire, at least. But it was 93. COINTELPRO was, it may not have been popping, but it was still around to a degree. COINTELPRO's program, Google it. Trust me, it'll take you down a long rabbit hole. Be careful. But I think that I do think that there was not necessarily a plot to kill Tupac by the law enforcement, but I think that I do think that they were keeping tabs on him, and something happened, and they overstepped what they were supposed to be doing, and because he never went to jail for that.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
He went to trial for it or whatever, and he got off.
And walked out. And he did the George Jefferson strut out the courtroom.
Yep.
Looking like the Gates Man logo.
So didn't it?
So that was a great moment in my opinion for a couple of reasons. For one, black man standing up for his rights, protecting himself, protecting the people that was with him, because they had women and kids with him too. When all this was going on, so they weren't necessarily shooting for the sake of shooting.
Right.
They were shooting to protect the people that they had with them.
Yeah.
And then for two, it also showed that, even though this is America and America's fucked up as it is, sometimes justice really is blind, and we win.
Every now and then.
Every once in a while, not that
dog's
often.
ass every now and then.
You know what I'm saying? And I thought that
that
I thought that was great. that my man's didn't have to go serve because if he'd had to serve any time, it'd have been all time.
Yeah, he'd been done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a black man shooting at white police officers in Atlanta in the early '90s.
It's a wrap. Shit.
It's a done deal. On a lighter note, the first episode of Young TV Raps. Great moment. Great moment. Fab Five Freddy. On the was it the Rock Box tour? Not Rock, the Run's House tour with Run DMC, Beastie Boys, LL. Was Public Enemy on that one?
Soul Def Jim Crew.
Yeah, man. It was that first episode of Young TV Raps, fly as hell. And then like the second or third episode of Young TV Raps was him out in Compton kicking it with NWA.
Yeah.
Rolling around in the flatbed.
Yeah.
About to get shot at by some Bloods. Hey, Fab Five Freddy was gangster.
Fab Five Freddy could have went anywhere the hell he wanted to go.
Fab Five Freddy was gangster. Salute Fab Five Freddy's.
I want to throw one out for the group, right? Because we got, I think, 3 different legitimate perspectives. Got DJ, we got producer, DJ, producer, MC, right? And I'm thinking about it while we sitting here.